Hey K-popers, and welcome back to Hallyu, where it's time for a brand new K-pop news update. What a crazy busy week it has been in K-pop. Mamamoo is halfway to renewal with RBW, GOT7 shares a beautiful letter to their fans, a new DSP Boy Group is leaked, the show is making big changes to its scoring system, and tons of great new comebacks capped off an amazing 7 days. Before we get started, a quick thank you to Hallyu's honorary producers. Hallyu's patrons get to show off their bias group right here in every video, they get to have their say in future videos and projects on the channel, and they get access to the official Hallyu Discord server where they can chat about K-pop and even listen to it together. So if you want to leave your mark on Hallyu and be a part of our growing community, come join us over on Patreon. Alright, let's jump right in. This is your K-pop news update for January 24th, 2021. The big news this week is of course surrounding Mamamoo, as Rainbow Bridge World has given us an update on the contract renewal situation. RBW issued a statement which says in part, "As of now, members Solar and Moonbyul have already completed their contract renewals based on our mutual trust and expectations. Members Wheein and Hwasa have also exchanged positive opinions on the matter. We anticipate good outcomes as each of the members have great affection and pride toward Mamamoo." There's lots of reasons for optimism here, as they said in this statement. First, they've got lots of time, and it's smart for RBW to get ahead of the ball here so that time isn't a factor during these negotiations. And with Solar and Moonbyul already re-signed, you have to think the whole group will stay together, especially since the members have lots of freedom to do solos and control their artistic style. I think the only small worry here would be that Hwasa is clearly the most popular and well-established member in Korea, and there's always that little chance that she wants to go completely solo. It sounds like the discussions are going pretty well though, and I'm hoping that we get another positive update soon. So, it turns out at least one of my wild predictions for 2021 is coming true. The show is making some big changes to their scoring system on future music shows. Before, the score would include 5% for pre-voting and 10% for live voting, which you could contribute to as an international fan. However, this is now being updated to be 15% live text voting that requires a Korean phone number, meaning international fans could not help vote for groups any longer. This would be detrimental to a lot of smaller groups who have more international following than they do in Korea, like say Dreamcatcher. But the show then tweeted an update saying that they're working on a new voting method for global fans to still be involved. We don't know the details yet, but I'm sure that we'll be getting more information soon. Now, we do still have a few updates about GOT7 this week in the wake of their departure from JYP, so let's chat about them. The 7 boys shared a handwritten and heartfelt letter to Agassiz, which was very beautiful. It says in part, "We are parting ways without contract renewal with JYP Entertainment, which launched our beginning with us and worked hard for us until the end, as we cheer on each other's futures. All of us members will be taking on new starts with people who will take responsibility together for each of our individual futures." And speaking to their future, the boys told us, quote, "Rather than leaving the memories with Agassiz, who supported and watched over us who were imperfect in the past, we want to aim towards the future with the memories. Make it reality instead of just a ray of hope. The 7 of us will impress you for a long time as we each grow in different ways." And to go along with that theme, it has come out that Youngjae and Jackson have both signed with Sublime Artist Agency. Obviously, Youngjae will be looking to expand beyond music in the future, and it seems like Jackson is laying the groundwork for a partnership between Sublime and Team Wang going forward. Remember in December when I discussed what the smaller labels need to do to make it big? Well, in that video, I said DSP Media needed a boy group badly if they wanted to make it big, and I guess they must have seen my video. That's because Son Dongpyo of X1 leaked a whole bunch of information this week and revealed that he'll be debuting in a new DSP boy group. The group will have 7 members and will be debuting in March. Dongpyo leaked a whole bunch of stuff in this video, including filming for a reality show, showing some point choreo, and some hints on the group's name and their greeting.
안녕. 팀명은 4글자예요. 안녕. F킬라에서 F를 빼보세요, 여러분. F킬라에서 F를 빼보시면.
I'm sure DSP is not too happy about all these leaks, but I can't wait to see how this group looks, and I really hope that they continue to invest in all their artists this year. Guess which scandal still isn't over? That's right, the Produce 101 vote fixing scandal. This week, MBK Entertainment's general producer and the CEO of PocketDol Studio were both fined 10 million won for vote manipulation on Produce 101. First off, I just want to say this fine is 100% a gentle slap on the wrist and not nearly as severe as it should be if Mnet doesn't want to see more of this in the future. Now, what did these two actually do? Well, they bought 10,000 IDs for the voting platform for Produce 101, and they made MBK employees use those IDs to vote for 3 of the trainees from the agency, which came out to 89,228 fake votes in the 3rd round and the final round of Produce 101. Now, the kind of funny, kind of sad aspect of this story is that these votes actually didn't change any rankings. Kihyun and Danny did not make IOI, and Chaeyeon's margin was bigger than the number of fake votes, so she would have made IOI regardless. So basically, MBK committed a fraud and wasted money that accomplished absolutely nothing in the end. Alright, now let's switch over to the new releases that we got this week. If you had any doubts about a slow start to 2021, this week proved them wrong. It was packed full of big comebacks. Let's kick things off with Chungha's first pre-release single for her upcoming album. This is X. AB6 are back in the airy new song Stay Young. Epik, CL, and Zico all got together to make Rosario, a great rap-heavy track. Very Good are back in this easygoing pop song called Time For Me, which features some great vocals. ITZY are back with the English version of Not Shy, or should I say at least there's a pedo 3D versions are. Let me know how you guys feel about these animated MVs down in the comments.
And let me know, cause I'm not shy. Not shy, not me, I'm down.
TVXQ's YOONO is back once again with this action-filled MV for Thank You.
Thank you for this, 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 thank you for life, thank you for life.
Gravity dropped My Turn this week, a high-energy, fast-paced song. The 2018 girl group PinkFantasy are back with their latest song called Lemon Candy. ONEUS delivered No Diggity this week, a super intense and epic new song. And last but not least, Cherry Bullet are back with Love So Sweet, a comeback with seriously improved direction and production from FNC Entertainment. As always, let me know what new songs you've been enjoying this week in the comments. My pick for this week is Very Good's Comeback Time For Me. I know the MV is pretty low budget, but there's something about these girls and their music that just always clicks with me. And now back to the news, where Monsta X's IM is getting set to make his official solo debut soon. He's expected to release his new music at the end of February. Congratulations to Red Velvet, whose Bad Boy MV has become their first to hit 300 million views on YouTube. We've got some news about the upcoming girl group TRIBE, formed by Shinsadong Tiger. Their debut album will be co-produced by Shinsadong Tiger and EXID's LE. It's certainly shaping up to be quite a release. LOONA's song Star has made it into the top 40 pop radio in the US. Considering the lack of a US footprint that Blockberry Creative has, this is a pretty big accomplishment. LOONA now joins BTS, Monsta X, and Blackpink as the only K-pop artists to achieve this. Jessi has been struggling with enteritis, or inflammation of her small intestine, which has landed her in the hospital for 6 consecutive days. Jessi shared a photo of her IV drip in the hospital, and while nothing more serious has come, this is definitely an unfortunate setback for the P Nation star. We've gotten some more info about Mnet's upcoming Kingdom show. TVXQ are going to be the MCs, and Mnet is trying to get iKON to come on the show as well. And related to that news, Monsta X has turned down Mnet's request to join Kingdom. My suspicion here is that since Shoni will be enlisting in the military soon, Starship has their own plans for Monsta X this year and don't want Mnet show to interfere in them. Otherwise, it wouldn't really make sense for Starship to turn down such an offer. This week's dose of giving back comes from Oh My Girl's Aaron, who donated 10 million won worth of clothing to the Community Chest of Korea. This will help senior citizens and low-income families who are struggling to stay warm during the winter. And Monsta X's Kihyun also got in on the charity donations as he donated 10 million won himself to the Good Neighbors charity. His donations will be going to help provide sanitary products for low-income households. Momoland's Hyebin is going to be a stage actress. She's been cast in the stage play Kwanbu Contact Line, which will be out in the first half of this year. I'm really happy for Hyebin, but this does make me wonder what Momoland's future is going to look like, especially with T1419's debut. Sunday, a musical actress at SM Entertainment, has left the label without renewing her contract. For those of you who have been following K-pop for a very long time, you'll know that Sunday was a member of The Grace, an extremely talented vocal group from all the way back in 2005. Genie is now requiring a Korean phone number to register a new account. This is likely to make sure that their charts are only reflecting Korean streaming numbers, and I personally think this makes a lot of sense. Their numbers should reflect domestic popularity only. There's lots of other platforms online like Spotify and YouTube where international fans can play a part. Alright, now let's talk about what happened on music shows this week. We're almost back to normal this week, with the show being the only one not to have a broadcast. And wow, was this week impressive. G-Idol were the undisputed champions. The Cube girl group swept the week with 5 straight wins for their latest comeback, Hwa. Alright K-popers, you're officially caught up on everything going on in the K-pop world. Let me know what new songs and what news items from the week stood out to you down in the comments. And of course, don't forget to check back tomorrow as we kick off the quarterfinals of our Best Modern K-pop Group tournament. We're going to be down to just 4 girl groups and 4 boy groups, so the voting is going to be closer than ever. And if you want to stay caught up with the K-pop world while having a ton of fun every week, make sure you're subscribed to Hallyu.